Hello everyone. It's another 900 ELO rated game that was submitted from August 44. Let's check it out. Looks like he's got Chinese in the blue here against Malay in the red. Good start, going right on the sheep right away. Good. Dropping some food, get a scout going. Nice. And yeah, you want to shift click that scout. 7 on food is a good number. Just shift click it if you're too busy with other things. Now, the one thing that's hard is oops. So you always want to make sure you keep a sheep, and with Chinese, I would actually recommend don't even scout with your sheep. Just leave them under the TC. But your scout does need to go quite quickly and find a boar, because you're going to need to lure a boar right away to keep constant villager production. Now, there is another way to do this. And there you go, hunt that boar right away because you're going to need the food. And what I was going to say is that you don't always have to go lumber camp first with Chinese as your civilization. It's actually a lot easier to go mill first. 7 on sheep, the next 2 villagers on berries, and then it's easy to keep constant mill production. And then you have to chop the stragglers to build a lumber camp a little bit later. That'll help a lot. Now you want to dump some food here, just to, there you go, build villagers. So that was quite a bit of idle TC time there. Definitely want to focus on that a little bit. And I actually think you should definitely do the mill start. It used to be the gold standard with Chinese civilization for many, many years, in all honesty. The low lag actually made it so that people actually do sometimes do lumber camp first now, but for a long time it was felt like that would make it so you have some idle villager production time with the lag. Right, your build's looking good here. It looks like you're walling in. Try and put 2 on each side of your berries. That might help a little bit. Yeah, walling in. Okay, good. Found your enemy. Now you want to check what he's up to too. I mean, it's not that obvious, but if you can see his barracks, you know. Obviously, if you're walling, you want to hit that idle villager button every now and then. See, here's a very fun thing. So when you finish this wall, right-click to the other side of this wall. Your villager will go right around, and he'll show you that there's a hole here. So that's the trick, I would say, for checking your walls there, because you are going to have that hole, which could be a big surprise in this game. All right. Now, what units are you going here? If you scout your opponent, sometimes you have a good idea, because you can see he's going to stable, he's got an open map. You can go either here. You can go stable or an archery range, I would say. This villager's going crazy. Yeah. But yeah, whenever you're on scouts, 10 on wood is a great number. Just keep building farms here. That's looking pretty good, actually. You do want to check your walls here, so you finish that last tile. And then try and send your scouts out. That's another way to do this. And keep building farms with these berries villas. Looking pretty good. Now, second you have 3 or 4 scouts, you want to hit your opponent. I know it's a little bit tough to do 2 things at the same time. Put them in a control group, like control 1, the guy just did there. And then you can just tap the number 1 twice and it'll find wherever they are on the map. So, get those villagers working too. You probably don't, as you just found out there's a hole there. The second you find that out, you wanna go build a house there or a palace. Okay, you're doing that now. Okay, good. But these villagers probably build a couple farms or something. Yeah, exactly. Just put them to work. Now, when you're raiding, you want to go in, see if you can do some damage, and then when he's going to his TC, just retreat. Just retreat. It's too close. There you go. And the whole goal here is you're gonna get a villager here. Nice, good job. Now he went for a really fast castle. Okay. So you might as well keep looking around. If it's a single spear that pops out with 4 scouts, you can kill it. Let's see here. Oh yeah, here we go. Now this is a tough fight because looks like there's a lot of villagers, but I do think it was worth it. The one thing I would say is it's tough to do this when you're new, but you see there's like 4 low hit point villagers there. You want to focus fire those ones down. So that at least, like, if you killed 2 more there, like 2 of them are on, like, you know, 3 hits and 2 hits. definitely would make it a little easier for you down the road. Now, what you're doing here, I don't think you need to make any more scouts. Archers you can make if you're choosing to go archers. Yeah, it looks like you are. You won't need the scouts, though. You can just go 2 archer ranges. You can even go 3. Make sure you get the fletching upgrade, and I wouldn't even get the upgrades. You're kind of doing both here. You can do both. It's expensive to do both. Usually I pick cavalry or archers, and I would actually recommend that when you're starting out. And if you need a knight or 2 to break walls or kill mangonels or things like that, you already have the stable. You don't need the upgrades for them to do that. Okay, so you are building a town center here. You mining stone? Oh, you are. Okay, that's what you have. Oh boy, okay. The very second you see elephants, build a monastery right back here. And, you know, in all honesty, you either get these villagers out of there and build a wall behind. I'd probably build 2 houses here. Or you run. This is looking pretty dicey. Now, good shoot and run here. That's definitely what I recommend. Garrison your villagers, shoot and run. You got a monastery. You might even need 2 monasteries, in all honesty. That's, one's probably good for this number of elephants. But as you can see, as long as you keep your villagers alive, you can keep hitting and running non-stop, essentially, so... Now, you want to go close the gap while he's, you know, I know there's a lot of things going on here, but if you could even close the gap with 1 house, 1 villager, might make it a lot easier for you down the road. But at the same time, it looks like you got looks like you're doing fine. Pikemen, yeah, definitely a good idea to add pikemen. Maybe even a second barracks. And monks, absolutely. Oh, you don't need to run here. I think you'd probably be okay. Ooh, this is gonna hurt. Stay in your TC, I would say. Shoot them with the archers. And once you make a monk or 2 and you put them here, you'd probably be okay. This is gonna lose a lot of vills though, and it's gonna really hurt. Yeah, so if you stayed in here, you'd still be fine, I think. Yeah, so shoot and run again. You want to be fighting in between these 2 TCs too. I mean, if you got lots of vills in there, you can do a lot of damage. The pikes are great. They will help, for sure. And the monks. Drop the 2 monks out here and start converting. Once you get 2 elephants, it drops the number down from, you know, to 8 essentially. But also, they're kind of a meat shield. Like, they can take a lot of damage, so... So definitely get them out and get converting. I think it's quite common that you garrison stuff and then kind of forget that it's in there, so... you want to focus on that a little bit, I would say. And yeah, the pikemen do good damage, like... And he is going for the TC, but you're really cleaning out the numbers here, I would say. Repair. Second these villagers out, just right-click. You might have to hit the letter R, I'm not sure, but every second you delay this town center dropping is another elephant you kill. And in all honesty, if you're repairing right now, this TC is not dying. And if you converted 2 elephants, there'd be none left here right now, so... Yeah, there you go, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Now you should be good here. Full hit point 1 too. You managed to grab the full hit point 1, nice. Now, you want to get everything... The second you see that you're safe, everything back to work. Just hit the W button, I think it drops everything back to their farms. You want to send your army right here, maybe close this off. And start building farms, and start building a 3rd town center. I know that's a lot to ask. The other thing, too, is you actually don't need stone right now. I know stone is a good... you're basically going, hey, I need a castle to defend this. But once you killed that army, you have 2 monks, you got 5 pikes, you got 5 archers, and you got a few elephants of your own. You're good. Your goal now is to make more villagers than your enemy, at least in the short run here. And you can very easily close this off and just use monks behind to defend. So, now let's see what your opponent does here. Oh, you are going for castle right on the... Fair enough, that's not a bad idea either, you know what? No more push, you're dealing with it for sure. Yeah. Definitely stop it dead in its tracks. And I would actually recommend now, I think you can go attack with the archers. They're good raiding units, and they're faster than elephants, so they can run away if they need to. And this is going to be tough, though. Your village is kind of outside the side here. Yeah, Chuko and New are definitely good to add on to the mix. I do agree with that. You don't need a siege shop unless you're actually going to start pushing forward with the siege. I think in this case, once you have the army advantage, you don't need to take out the buildings. Go focus on your enemy. You know, your castle will slowly kill these buildings anyway. And in all honesty, it's more annoying for your enemy if this stays up than if it drops. So bring all your army and go push. I mean, you can push right here. You're already on the way. Make sure you. I'm gonna say whenever you don't need something garrison, just let it come out. It's nice to have in some circumstances, but yeah, go focus on pushing right now. You don't need anything on defense. You don't see any issues. You can always bring your army home if you need it, and go push. I mean, you won the army advantage there. You got to put some pressure on. You're definitely booming good here. So the main thing you want to focus on here is, yeah, like, you know, you're just, and you see the elephant? Now run and convert. That works. That works for sure. Bring all your army in here. Oh boy, that's a lot of elephants. Okay. This is where you need those pikemen kind of defending your mangonel. You're going to have to retreat here. Yeah, okay, good. So you're still completely fine here. You do want to build more villagers. I would add pikemen. Because you see the skirmishers... Oh, you got full upgrades already. I was going to say, get the armor upgrades at the very least. Always a good idea. And because you've seen some skirms, I'm going to say maybe a few knights. You have a stable already. The Chuko and New are definitely a good idea. Maybe one Mangonel Scorpion, that's good too. You got a good boom going on here. 64 villagers. And I do think you don't attack here, but okay, he's got more army than you do right now. And that's a tough castle age army to deal with. Okay, good. Just make sure you garrison. Yeah. Yeah, the TC just eats them. That's good. Yeah. Back to work. Alright, let's go ahead a bit here. Looks like it's going to be a calm game until you both hit imps, so... Alright. You're still booming a bit. Good. You're choosing what to go here. And, looks like you're going archers. Okay. You have the option. I mean, you have both options. You can go archers or Chuko Nu, but probably not both. I usually recommend one or the other. In this case, since you only have one castle, I agree with the archers. Oh, just defending here. Okay. So you do want to start getting conscription, yeah, and then building some trebuchets. The cavalry is a great upgrade there. You need the armor upgrade for the Halps, because or else skirms will kind of do a lot of damage to them. And with elephants there too, that can be pretty dicey. Good raids. I liked it last game, and I like it this game, your raids. The second you see this army, you gotta run. There's just too much here. This is very dangerous. Anytime you're in a fight that looks like it's losing, it doesn't hurt. You have your own castle, you can run to that. Now this is going to be hard to deal with. At least you're raiding him, which should take some of his attention off what's going on there. I think you need a few more barracks here and a few more archery ranges. Usually 4 archery ranges, you know, 5, 6 barracks here. Because this is coming in hot. And I would not, don't get rocketry. You don't have any Chuko Nu right now. You don't need it. You do need 20 archers, and you do need 50 halps or something, you know. Maybe not that many, but a few for sure. And good job converting. That's excellent. Looks like you'll be okay here. You want to repair your castle too, just to make sure it doesn't die. But there's only one trip, so it'll take a while anyway. These elephants are doing good for you, because the skirms can't do much against them. More elephants coming in. Okay. And this is where it's actually interesting, because your enemy definitely has the advantage here. With more army and more villagers. But you have this nice castle on a hill. You want to repair this? And if you can make one trebuchet, it can treb this treb down. You just right-click, you know, put the gather point on it, and it'll go right there, so... But yeah, keep hitting, learn your hotkeys for all your production buildings. And make sure you use them. And build more production buildings. And then just constantly build units here. Yeah, and this castle is gonna go down, it looks like. Yeah. If you only get that trap a couple seconds earlier, hey? But it's not looking bad. Let's see here. Nice. Good idea. Good idea. I definitely agree with this. Building a second castle a little further back. Very smart idea here. And the light cab going for the skirms. The halbs going for the elephants. Good micro. You don't usually see that at this level. So I definitely think that's very good. Now obviously you got to get these villagers building because they're coming in quick here. And this is where if you had 4 archery ranges, or 6 or 8, you'd have 30 or 50 archers here right now, and you'd have no problem dealing with this. And with halbs and light cav in front, you'd have no problem cleaning this up. And you might as well start making Chuko new. You did get the upgrade for it, so... Or trebuchets to defend. Both would be good. But definitely keep it busy. Okay. Good job focusing down the trebs again. I like that. Nice, nice. Yeah, again. Good stuff. Yeah, and get the upgrades for these guys. Yeah, there you go. Chemistry, ballistics. Good job. Your castle on the hill here is really doing work. Man, this would be such a tough game without the way you're defending this, so good job. And if you get the chance, send 1 light cap to your enemy. And you do want to spot things like this on occasion. You kind of got 27 vills working inefficiently. If you delete 1 house and build another mining camp, you'll be getting a lot more resources. But at the same time, you want to spend whatever you have. So, shift click, in each of these archery ranges, shift click 5 or 10 archers. You want to spend that as quick as possible. And keep making trebs here in Chukonu. Oh, I just noticed one thing. You definitely want the armor upgrade for halbs. That makes them last way longer against skirms. Same as in that previous game. Skirms do way less damage once you have that armor upgrade. Okay. Good job here. Again, you want to repair, or now you try to grab these vills and build another one even slightly further back. Good job with the raids here. Now, this is yeah, that makes sense. Castle here, it's just looking a little tough. This makes it a lot tougher when you don't have the hill, though, so... But good job with the halbs and the light cav. He's raiding you now, too, which is smart. And this is why, if you had more on stone here, you could have a castle on this side, too, and just stop the raids. Okay. Whenever you're being raided, I also want to recommend you just build villagers. Grab all your TCs, build villagers, and you want to grab every production building and build something. And there's a hotkey. I think it's, I don't know what it is for you, but I have mine as control scroll up. And it highlights all the military units on the screen, so it's easy to grab these and send them here to defend you, essentially. Okay, good job. Now build some, again, use your castle. Trebs or Chuko new here. You need the Arbalest upgrade on these. Velko. Okay. So one of the good points about what you do is raiding. I'm going to encourage anyone who's watching this game, do it what August is doing here. Set light cav into different spots of enemy bases. It's distracting, it's annoying to deal with, and it works extremely well. When you have 3,000 gold, don't be afraid to buy 1,000 stone or 500 stone and repair. Not a big deal at all. Or at least get these villages repairing or get them to work. You know. Okay. You definitely want to save this castle, though. It's going down, it looks like. See, now you have enough army here. You're actually doing quite well. It's weird because the castles are going down, but you with all the raids, I think your economy is better than your opponent. Oh, nice Cavalier too. Hey, at least you're spending the gold this time. Good. I will recommend this is a tougher thing, a more advanced thing, but if you can scout the other gold piles on the map, and you can send 5 villagers to each of them, that'll give you a huge advantage down the road. I am definitely a fan of this cav raid here. It's going to be hard for your opponent to deal with that. And he's doing the same. Okay, you are scouting a bit now. By the way, it's a lot easier to scout with light cav than it is with Cavaliers. They just have like low line of sight. You know, they don't see much. So, oh boy. Second you see that, you want to send some cav there right away. This is an interesting game. So, I'd also recommend, you got 30 villages here, buy a couple hundred stone, build a castle. It's, if this gets raided, you're in a lot of trouble, so. And definitely get the Arbalest upgrade. You have enough archers that it's worth it. And you did earlier too, I would say. Your opponent seems to be in a lot of trouble here. The raids are really taking them out, so. Okay, good. Building mining camp there. Lumber camp there, nice. And what you can do to scout this too is use a light cav or just build outposts. Build a couple every little while here. Yeah, pick off the trebs again. Good job. Yeah, very good fight there. Now, I definitely agree with this army mix you have here. Archers, light cav, and halberdiers. With Chinese, with all the upgrades, it's really hard to deal with. So, yeah, and your raids actually won you this game and the last game, in all honesty. And I would say the things you want to focus on are some of the upgrades. Arbalest upgrade, the Halb armor upgrade earlier, making some trebs, defensive trebs when you're in this castle on this hill and repair your castle. Making more production buildings. You know, you don't need 2 archery ranges, you don't need 4 stables or 3 barracks. You need twice as many buildings, I'm going to say. You need 6 barracks, 4 archery ranges, and the number of stables I think was good. I think you had 5 or 6 here. Yeah, that was good. With conscription, that's probably enough. And anytime you have a giant mass of villagers, or even on both sides of your base, it is good to mine the stone and even buy a little bit of stone and build a castle. It'll stop the raids dead in their tracks. 1 light cav scouting on the edge of the map, just on both sides. You could have found, another basically 5,000 gold that could have made you a ton more Cavalier or anything else. I will also say that you didn't really get to in this game, but if you need to push more, you could also make rams. Chinese has amazing rams. Their siege rams will roll through everything. I mean, obviously, a couple castles, you might want to push those with trebs because that's a lot of castle fire, but it would tank all the skirm fire too. So that's the nice part about rams. The skirms only do 1 damage a shot, and essentially they're not shooting your halberdiers in. They're not shooting anything your archers. It's a good unit to have in front. So a little expensive, you know. I would definitely recommend what you did here, halbs and light cav first, but I think you get to rams eventually. Anyways, well played, August. I definitely enjoyed this game, and hope you learned a few things and got something out of the casting. So. Anyways, see you in the next one.